Yeah, you know what? Now I think about it, this year's art's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
They always manage to make Emmeryn look weird. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah.
She looks like an alien.
She does. She did in her base art too.
Better than her base art.
The best art might be Frederick. He looks pissed off. I like that on
Frederick is drawn by the same artist.
Wada Sachiko is...
Oh, that's wise.
All we need to know.
Wada Sachiko.
Except it's modern Wada now, who does obviously amazing art. Her base Fey art was good, but it's more detailed now.
Wait, was Crom always just an angry kid? Like, you're a kid, smile for Pete's sakes.
No.
He has to be tough.
Learn from young Ike's book.
Oh my god. Okay, my favorite two pieces of art real quick is Frederick and Robin. Male Robin.
Yeah, that's fair.
He actually looks like a proper kid. Everybody else kind of looks off.
I don't like any of them, I gotta be honest.
Okay, that's fair.
What, you don't like Frederick's art?
I don't like none of them.
Alright.
What? Okay.
Fair enough.
Wada hater here. You have committed blasphemy. I will have to execute you after the...
You will die. Yeah.
Alright. Wait, why does he have Attack with Echo? What?
I was wondering the same thing. I just didn't question it.
I didn't see that.
Good question. You shouldn't. Don't do that. That's not a suggestion.
That's not a suggestion. Robin does not come with Attack with Echo. This
also,
is the weirdest
you would
error.
Your perfs be A slots, so no.
Ah, that's true. Because right, perf skills can't be used with Echo. Also, how do you make this mistake?
Freddy.
Did nobody look this over even one time?
They had to do it on purpose, right?
It's only for the first unit, so I don't know what happened.
Alright, weird.
Yeah, this is
Maybe they took it off, but they forgot it was already on a unit.
Alright, so quick overview peek on stats. 40 HP, 40 HP, 40 HP, 40 HP. Oh my god. 40 HP, 41 HP. Alright, that's the average of 40 HP.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
They're not even very exciting in stats anymore, are they? 45 attack, 46 attack, 47 attack, 47 attack, and 46. Oh my. There's no variance!
Everyone
well,
very high
attack, there isn't.
Alright, finally speed. 46 speed, 45 speed, 25 speed, 17 speed. Okay, Lissa.
God damn.
It's the reason she can't run because she's 4 years old, right? So maybe that's why.
I was thinking about that.
And then Frederick. So outside Lissa, there's like two values here. Alright, defense, 30 defense, 36 defense, 23 defense, 47 defense, and 47 defense. Wow, Frederick.
Frederick got that legit.
Ready.
Shouts to Frederick, by the way. He didn't have an alt since first year of the game, so it's been 6 years.
Yeah, his first ult was Summer Frederick, and that's it. And they were both drawn by the same artist, and were within 6 months of the game's launch.
Yes.
Sure. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Suikane Kumiko was the first.
Also, he has no resplendent, so
arts of him.
This is the first time Frederick's gotten any attention since.
It's okay. Ias hates Frederick. We all know that. 22 res, 16 res, 47 res, 42 res, and 23 res. All right. In their goal of min-maxing, they made heroes very similar in a lot of ways. Like they just follow an archetype nowadays for everybody. So
although Frederick is not all that mixed.
Frederick definitely went more the area.
No, he's like the free-to-play min-max, which is not the perfect min-max.
Well, Mavier was our recent free-to-play min-max.
Yeah, but Mavier is an exception. That's why he's the best free-to-play.
We just put eight.
I guess, yeah.
All right, we're gonna begin with Frederick, and before we go over his stats in detail, here is his perf. Heavy War Axe. A lot of these names have, a lot of these weapons have some really lame names, to be honest.
Usually just war as the adjective.
Yeah, I know.
Usually, I think it always is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's always like this, but it is fair because that's what it is. But all right. Anyways, defense +3. At our turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, it grants attack defense +6, bonus doubler, and Foe can make a follow-up attack to unit for 1 turn. Oh, I thought he was gonna like challenge Mavier for a second, but no, it's just for himself.
Well, kinda.
At start of turn, grants attack defense +6, bonus doubler, and Foe cannot make a follow-up attack to any support partner within 2 spaces of a unit, or if unit is not on a team with unit support partner, to ally with the highest defense within 2 spaces of a unit for 1 turn. All right, so kind of like Mavier. And if unit chooses combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants all stats +5 to unit, and it makes guaranteed follow-up attack and deals damage equals 20% of unit's defense. Okay, no, he's competing against Mavier.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Pretty much, sure.
He's more offensive, of course, but and then yeah, percent damage reduction on all hits.
Oh god, again, this is again where they're putting down their foot like this is free to play, so we'll balance it by taking away 10% damage reduction.
Well, to be fair, this is on all hits. They like to do when it's on all hits.
If it were first played, it should be 40, but yeah.
Well, for those who forgot, here's Mavier. We'll do a proper comparison, but in terms of weapons, it was Hexblade and Null Panic versus
use them together.
Bonus doubler and Foe can't make a follow-up attack. Yep.
Actually, no.
Bonus
Actually, that's a
doubler
good
is kind of
idea.
an insane swing.
Oh.
I will say if you use the two together, ironically, if you use Frederick
Wow.
to support Mavier, that's 4 buff statuses.
Oh my god, that actually would be a pretty good combo together. Mavier x Frederick.
Also, you get no
Yeah.
panic and bonus doubler, so you bootlegged Hollywood at that point.
That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, but they both have all doubles. Mavier has more survivability because it's 40% and 80% if they're doubling him.
Yep, way more bulk, but Frederick has true damage to back up his stat line.
I wish
Dude,
Frederick
guys.
had armor effectiveness. Okay, but
That would be
Yeah.
Oh
nice.
yeah, that would have been awesome
his
because that's what he's
original
supposed to have.
That is his thematic approach, but
Even
yeah.
still, this one has the full breaker effect for himself, which is nice.
Yeah, wary
So-
and auto follow up, pretty sick, and
All right.
basically just guaranteed bonus doubler to at least himself, if not one other ally.
The
his
reason this
attack
is
and defense
amazing
really high.
is because he's going to hit really hard. And wow, I thought Mavier was the best free-to-play hero to make in the game currently, but it might be Frederick or it might be both, to be honest.
It might
But-
be both. They're
I
both
was
some of the
about to
best units you can make without having to merge to +10. I'll say that.
Yeah. So
That's
here's
true, support.
a rationale for those who don't understand. I do not recommend making like Murdoch or Vigard anymore because they don't work in high levels arena. If you think for a moment they're gonna stop any of the new current generation heroes, they don't.
Murdoch kind of does
Yeah.
for me, but that's because I run weaving.
Yeah, you run.
Well, you're
weaving.
going to
You're-
have to run weaving
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he dies
and
against.
even then, he's not going to kill anything. So.
He doesn't kill anything. He dies against Robin, for example, which is super weird because I expect him to at least win that fight. No, he dies. You think he'll survive dual Sonic then or dual Leon? No. No, he doesn't.
he
I don't
dies.
even try it.
against
Leon.
the modern mage.
How about a blue mage like Seether, dual Seether,
Aha.
for low defense? No, he
Yep,
dies.
kill.
He dies.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess for me, he lives just because of armor beacon. So.
Oh wow, you better armor beacon your ass then because that's the only way to do this shit.
Armor Beacon, Ike, Weaving Fighter, those are your options. If you don't
Right.
do any of those things, Murdoch can't tank squat. I know.
It's
I tried.
true.
The reason why I brought up Murdoch was because he scores really well, but it won't matter because he doesn't do anything. He just sits in the back and you drag his ass around just because he scores well. That doesn't work, and it's just a nightmare to run. Murdoch
Sometimes
and Frederick are
You have
much
to
more
really
useful.
try. Yeah,
Yeah.
Murdoch, you mean Mavier.
Oh, sorry, Mavier.
Yeah, they're
Right.
so much more useful. I will say that they're also the worst scoring options among the 4 melees, but if you want a unit that actually provides the utility to back and mobility to back a decent score, then yeah, these are
No,
really
you
good
want these things because otherwise it's unplayable. Like you want Bone Silver, you want Hexblade, you want whatever Wary, you want all this stuff. It's gonna actually make things doable.
options. Oh yeah, no, I could definitely agree with that. I mean, I use Valadar. That's a lot of support
Yes,
on top of Valadar
exactly.
being an insane nuke.
Oh my god, he comes
You
with
need-
Tactics Clash.
Yeah, he comes with the Agent Clash. So also he's good fodder, sadly. This is your best way to pre-fodder it.
Oh, Close Guard 3. Okay, I was super excited for him when I thought it was
Here's
all
the
god.
so
good
I guess
stuff,
the funny
yeah.
thing is you could literally just throw Mycin on him, and that's just 2 skills, and you have everything from Mycin.
That is true.
Yes, Mycin would be good fodder.
Don't
Yeah.
fodder mice.
We're pretty guilt-free too.
Yeah, it is effortless. So at the very least, Frederick already comes with his own pre-fodder, which is nice because you're probably giving him Clash. Also, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Well, actually, no, because if you take Summer Ephraim and throw him on Mavier, you don't need Clash pre-fodder, so that doesn't even matter. In fact,
You can do
Is
the
the
same
inverse-
build.
yeah, you could actually throw the same build on both of them.
Yeah,
Right.
I actually gave in summer from him up here.
It's
What
his
I
best-
did for my
yeah.
Mavier was
so.
The Gustav special.
Gustav. Yeah, and that was easy.
It's a
You can
good
get
build.
everything from Gustav as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, that's nice too.
Some people are speculating he'll be the compile for May, by the way. Yeah, it's a very clean build, just to throw Gustav on anybody. And this goes the same for Mavier, obviously not for Frederick, but if you can get alarm, attack, defense. Or actually, you would probably want, I guess that's the thing that sucks, is he buffs attack and defense, unlike Mavier, who doesn't do anything. So
Oh yeah.
you have to alarm speed res?
Don't we have a defense res?
We have alarm def res on Lucina, but I guess,
Oh,
You're
that's
gonna be
a
redundant.
Lucina.
yeah, that's the only part that
Oh.
sucks.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, free-to-play bonus doubler support, basically legendary Elliewood, or passive, by the way, not active like Mirabilis. That is really useful, like for just a demote.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
fantastic.
Support anybody.
Tempest Rouse unit.
Okay. So let's go over him really quickly. This is highly recommended. Yes, he has 185 BST, but I don't think you should try for tier 21 with any free-to-play heroes. It just doesn't work. You're just gonna be miserable.
Yeah, unless you have bonus legendary, not happening.
Right.
Even then, it depends.
Yeah, that was the only way I was able to stay in this by using my +2 legendary mirror, and I had to give her some extra skills.
Yeah. Anyways.
How do you even know you're in? It's not. The week's not over.
Oh, because I'm like well and beyond.
Okay, whatever you say.
I got all 7/7.
Whatever you say, Mr. Tiny PP. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So, real quick, 41 HP, 46 attack, 28 speed, 47 defense, and 23 res. Boons and banes, please.
So, starting things off with young Frederick, he is a 185 BST flat out. Axe Cavalier. Third perf Axe Cav, by the way. That came as one. Wolfberg on Walhart, Lex previously. Defense Super Boon. So, nice defense. And then HP, attack, and speed Super Banes.
Now, real quick, do you prefer Frederick's stat spread or Mauvir's stat spread?
Is that a question?
I prefer I prefer Mavir's. Obviously.
I prefer Mauvir, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the speed can help for dealing with units like Mauvier, who are so well min-maxed that their speed can't break worries like Frederick's.
But he does have bonus doubler already, so it's pretty easy to get that speed anyways.
Yeah.
For Frederick to break those worries.
That's true.
That is true. You can hit like 34 speed, 40 speed just with bonus doubler off the bat. You can throw in like a speed defense catch or attack speed catch that's already 45 for no investment. That's not bad.
Guys, it might actually be worthwhile if you get one Mycen just to fodder him off for attack defense clash 4 and joint close guard. Because when you look at the stats, what are you giving up here? HP,
Obviously,
1 HP advantage for Frederick, same attack, 16 speed versus 28 speed, 12 point advantage for Frederick, 45 defense versus 47 defense, 2 point advantage for Frederick, and then 37 res versus 23 res, 14 point advantage for Mycen. So you're just giving up a handful of res.
I mean, I guess the way to look at it is more so Mauvier can do most, if not like damn near all of Mycen's utility, and Frederick wants all that fodder. So if you have Mauvier, just use him and use Mycen for Frederick, realistically.
Wow, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Don't get me wrong, goal support is nice. Mycen's stat scaling is insane, but you can get away with just using Mauvier, Frederick, and throwing this fodder on him, and it takes no effort, none at all. And then you just slap 80 near trace and you're good.
This was brought up as well. Yeah, earlier you brought up Ephraim, same idea. Should you give up Ephraim? Well, he has Clash 4 and Alarm Attack Defense, so if you can't afford it, that'd be great. And when you look at the stats, same HP, 1 point advantage on attack for Ephraim, 12 point advantage speed for Frederick, 44 defense, 47 defense, 3 point advantage for Frederick, and then 31 res versus 23 res, 8 point advantage for Ephraim. If you don't want to use Ephraim anymore, I think that's a pretty good one to give up as well.
Yeah, I can
Easy
definitely.
fodder. The pathing is effortless.
Oh, that's why that doesn't work. Yeah, it is definitely worth at least considering. I mean, personally, I still like using Summer Ephraim because he's a 4 movement Gale Forcer potentially that also makes that Gale Force super easy.
Okay, you're like the only one who uses him. I have not seen this guy.
But I also, so that definitely makes it interesting to consider. Considering that you don't need any pre-fodder, whether you give him to Frederick or Mauvier, you need nothing.
Yes.
So it's very cheap.
Yeah.
And it makes both of them perfect, especially for prime builds. You know, we're not priming necessarily.
I think that's an easy recommend. Who's an actual recent hero who's comparable then?
Rearmed Alfred is about as comparable as it gets, just about a year ago.
So, yeah.
Oh my god, it's
Strange
been a
to think
year?
about,
Yep.
a year
It's
and
been
3 months, yeah, or 2
It's
and a
been a
half
year
months, yeah.
since Engage became a failure.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Okay, so here's Alfred. 40 HP versus 41 HP, 1 point advantage for Frederick. 45 attack versus 46 attack, 1 point advantage for Frederick. 25 speed versus 28 speed, 3 point advantage for Frederick. 43 defense versus 47 defense, 4 point advantage for Frederick. And then 27 res versus 23 res, 4 point advantage for Alfred. That's depressing, actually.
Alfred is getting 5 speed, what is it? 10 attack and 20 defense at the cost of -5 res, I believe.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously,
And guard.
Alfred's gonna be the duh. But from a pure base stat-wise perspective and considering the bonus doubler is something worth mentioning. Frederick's stat line is more than competitive. And when they both have guaranteed follow-ups, granted one's an arcane, the combat isn't even actually going to be that far off between the two. So if nothing else, you could functionally say that Frederick is like a free-to-play Alfred, if not arguably better in some respects. 'Cause
I
it's
would
sport.
argue
That's
Frederick's
insanely good.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say it's better.
But to even
be
be
fair,
in that
Alfred is
ballpark
kinda
is
bad.
insane
Yeah.
because it's 1 year difference in free.
better.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not pretend
Alfred.
Alfred has some great kit outside of his Arcane Ching, but again, that's
Low
perf
tier
weapon
trace
versus
is
perf
neat.
weapon. Yeah, but it's neat. It's not exactly like elite fodder or like endgame skills
Not at the
anymore.
moment, anyways.
Yeah.
Pre-fodder maybe,
I've given
but yeah.
him Summer Ephraim as duping fodder, so he could pass on like Clash and Alarm to a unit.
He can dupe stuff, but I mean,
But yeah,
also
that's pretty much
considering
his
he
main
is
use, so.
literally just, I have all the defense in the world and not much to do with it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Frederick
that's basically
more than competes.
Frederick
and
completely,
frankly, is,
outclasses him.
All right.
Appetites is the better unit. Yeah.
Okay, I think it sums it up. Frederick, chat, I think that's a 5 out of 5 character. That's actually, that's a typical young hero free to play. They're always amazing.
Oh, yeah, young heroes have always had a notoriety for it. Frederick
I mean,
is
Young
just
Lucius was quite
absolutely
nice
keeping it
last
up.
year, and yeah, now we've got this.
I mean, considering this is also the same standard we put where things like Young Innis have previously stood, and he basically redefined what we could do as a free-to-play. Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
I think that Frederick more than keeps up that mantle.
All right, next
Very
question. Will you plus 10 him?
No,
I will not. No, but I might use them on a budget.
What the hell?
No.
I'm
You
going to
just
use him on a-
saw all the keep.
because I already plus 10 GHBs on the regular, and I don't have the grails or wherewithal to want to him specifically.
Okay, well that's
Yeah.
your
I
excuse
literally
is
just
poverty.
plus 10 to Aryan today, so yeah.
Okay, I don't know your problem because I have 10.3k of these. I don't even know what to spend it on anymore.
Look, I just use my grills on Claude, Winter Claude. I don't
Let's-
regret it.
I plus 10.
Okay.
In
My
the past,
reason is that
yeah.
I was just going to say, my reason is that there are so many good Grail units nowadays that deciding which one to plus in, especially with all the good Grail lines that keep coming up, it's becoming very difficult for me to pick and choose which, especially if. Like,
Okay,
a
so
unit
who'd you do then?
Oh, who'd I do recently?
What do you do?
I was thinking about doing.
Not
mod-
what about who did you do?
Oh, who did I?
Why
do?
is it you? I ask a question and you always change the question.
Well, no, I was sorry. I misunderstood what you were saying. Well, Valador was one of my recent. I did
Yes.
Fargus recently as well.
Fair.
And I did Sizo a little bit before that.
Okay, why'd you do that one? That's a question mark.
Well, because Sizo is one of my favorite Fates characters, and also he works okay in Arena, not amazingly. He does his job.
From what I hear, it's depression, but okay.
Well, mine is fully kitted out.
He
But
scores
yeah,
well,
so
though.
those are just some of the ones. And
Okay, I have a
thinking-
fully kitted out Lumera and it's depression, so
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is. Although my Lumera is, I kitted her out a long time ago, and I
mean-
use her. She's okay, but she's starting to really not do great.
no, she can't. She
Without
can't kill any of the new heroes.
Speed support, she just
I am
does fine.
actually pretty happy with Fargus, though. He's made my arena life a
Fargus,
lot
the
easier.
damage is nuts.
Okay, so
Personally,
basically
yeah.
Valdar and Fargus. All right, cool.
Yeah, but I'm also the upcoming refines like Patrine. I may make a plus 10 Patrine.
I might do that too.
And I'm tempted to make a plus 10 Nemesis as well.
Yay!
So.
I will say
What is
personally,
priorities? Okay, go ahead.
I plus 10 Garnif last week. I plus 10 Aryan this week. I'm plus 10ing Gangrel soon. I plus 10 Murdoch a few months ago. Valadar, Vigard.
Okay, you have problems. What the hell? That's way too many.
Legion loves.
I love my villains. And I use most of them, actually all of those right now pretty regularly. So I like my GHBs. I will just say that. So because of that, Frederick is probably just going to be a very fun to use, low budget.
Okay, that makes me so sad. All right, fine. How about you, Em?
I will use him, but
I-
I understand.
I like
I have
picking and
only
choosing.
I've only built Claude recently, and that is simply because he's a favorite. That's it.
So would you
Okay,
go,
well,
Frederick?
I'm gonna make Frederick because unlike these guys, I have brain cells and grails.
I use Juno as my bonus doubler
you do have
right
grails,
now.
I did
I
do
don't need to prioritize Frederick.
I genuinely don't know
Yeah,
what
that's
grill
the
I
thing.
built before that.
I like Frederick. I just don't know how I would use him in every.
What the hell are you?
everyday
He's a
contact.
cap. He's an
I had-
auto-doubling cap. How's this complicated?
No, I'm not.
If I had a
I'm not
Lark,
saying
I
he's
would be-
bad by any means. I'm just saying
Not bad, complicated. What? You said you didn't know how to use him.
Oh no, I'm saying I don't know how I would use him in like the settings that I, for example, in arena and in ether raids, like how I would slot him into my teams, basically.
I
I know
would-
how I would use him. I just don't
In
know.
Arena, you use him to
how
jack
we
up the
run my teams.
hell out of your bonus unit.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Yeah, that is true.
What's complicated
Yeah,
about that?
He's pretty
no, it's not
clear for Arena. If I have the opportunity at some point down the road, I would consider it because I would like more stat support in Arena, but...
We pointed this out. He's basically like Legendary Eliwood, except he's not Legendary Eliwood. There's no cancel, but he essentially does a lot of the similar
yeah,
things.
budget legendary Eliwood.
Yeah, budget Legendary Eliwood. A character like
Who's
that
good
fits in
unit.
any team.
I
That's why I'm
would
so
say-
confused by these talks. That's why I'm like, you should make him
Well, I
because
have
even if
legendary Eliwood.
even if he's
It's actually kind
okay,
of funny if you think
I
about
hope you
it.
can have 7 of them for arena style, for example, or something. Jeez,
Well,
or use him
why-
off season or whatever.
There are other teams that can use for arena stuff. but
Okay,
yeah,
the
no, I
point
get
is
what
we
you
don't have a lot of these heroes available. Best easy supporters are like, who's the guy with the axe who's a mercenary and he's kind
mean.
of
Garrett,
smelly?
I'm using him literally right
Garrett.
now. Vargas.
Oh, Garrick, yeah.
Yeah, Garrick.
Who's
In terms of
five-star, but yeah.
Squad
making a
assault,
hero a
right.
lot stronger, and then it's Eliwood and it's young Eliwood. There are other heroes, but those are the primary ones.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you could talk like Robin and all that, but as far as like some of the older ones go, those are the big ones that I could personally think of.
And you got
Especially
units
from
like
Fire
Ashnard for debuffing support as well.
Yeah, Ashnar for debuff,
Okay.
massive debuff, but
We don't need to derail it. I was talking about like buffing a character, but all right, sure.
yeah.
I-
But yeah, from a buff wise
well,
perspective,
I was just saying specifically.
I mean, a lot of
for
GHBs recently have been providing buff statuses like Pern first penalty immunity and whatnot, but
Right, that is
Bonus
true.
Doubler is one of the. Granted, it's literally so powerful that it had to be countered directly through ploy.
Yes,
Right,
exactly.
But it is one of the best buffs, period. Especially
Right.
when you're a Bonus Doubler unit, so it's that valuable.
Yeah, and as Casey pointed out, he got 3 Mycens. If you guys have a Mycen, what are you
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
for? This just
Yeah.
makes
You could
perfect
easily
sense.
use
Honestly,
Mycen for
if
that,
I
yeah.
I will-
get spare Mycen, I'll probably just throw it on him for fun. Even if I
I
don't
will-
plus 10 him, I'll just use it.
I will not fodder my Mycen. I will keep my SOV characters.
Oh,
I
so
will
you're
keep
one
my-
side echoes.
All but
Okay.
no, second one's dead.
So
Shouts to
you,
Emma.
you keep your first units anyway, Legion. So that's
Yeah. Anyways,
Shouts to SOV fans who actually
They're
thought this would be.
dying and starving.
Dying,
Who actually thought these would be young SOV characters.
thinking that for
Look-
years.
It was
It's
a
like the
terrible
most
guess,
obvious
but
banner.
in terms of it's obvious, but in terms of what makes the most money, Awakening in 3 houses sort of.
Yeah,
makes sense.
you want to know? It'll be Awakening this year and then 3 Houses next. It
I was
one
about to
of these
say
two.
that.
There-
That's what I've been saying to everybody. I'm like,
And then
no, 3 houses
There's
and
no
eggs.
yeah,
And
and then on
figs
year
the year
3,
after.
there's no SOV because the game hits EOS and that's it.
Oh.
So I'm sorry,
The more
SOV
depressing
fans.
outcome.
Yeah.
Oh, so sad.
Or
That
they
is-
release a new
ooh.
Fire Emblem game and they'll go with that instead because it sold better than
Yeah,
SOV.
young genealogy.
Oh my god. Anyways, moving on. The littlest princess, Lissa, 40 HP, 47 attack, 17 speed, 47 defense, and 42 res. Wow, that's some min-maxing.
Some of the
Very
best
rare.
min-maxing ever for a demote.
As someone said, isn't that basically Emblem Ike?
It is.
Yeah,
this
it's
an
pretty much Emblem Mike
infantry
spread.
unit?
Yeah, this is an infantry, believe it or not. So Lissa at 193 BST, that Ike. 35 attack on Fallen. Woof. Yeah, 193 BST on young Lissa. She has attack and res super boons, so plus res is the way to go.
Oh my god, it's
HP
amazing.
speed defense super banes. So you win some, you lose some. There is no way in between with these IVs.
Oh god, I just realized because of her res, she probably should get Laku's friend.
Yeah.
It just fits
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah, again, you do lose DR on your follow-up, but I think we all know at this point, true damage reduction combined with percent damage reduction is terrifying. Even
Yeah.
if you're losing 40% of 80,
And
it's
she has
still
tempo.
probably better. Yeah, and she has full tempo. Like actually.
And you're getting some DR on your first hit too, which is really important.
Why are they so
And that's flat
comparable?
DR.
I mean, we all know why Ike is scary. It's because of Great Ether. But as far as,
I mean,
stat-wise
yeah.
and what they can do, it's kind of terrifying, actually. Look at those
Mhm.
stats. Oh my god.
Yeah, so who wants to tell Ike that he's being matched by a little girl who's not even like 5 years old?
Probably think it's kind of funny.
Guys, this is insane. Look at this. 47 HP versus 40 HP, 7-point advantage for young Hector. 45 attacks for 47 attack, 2-point advantage for Lissa. 16 speed versus 17 speed, 1-point advantage for Lissa. 47 defense match. 41 res, 42 res, 1-point advantage for Lissa. Lissa's better in everything but HP.
That is hilarious.
I mean, only better by such a degree where Dragon Flowers mostly catch him up.
That's
but
always what you bring up.
Oh my
Legion,
god,
and
we
do
get
know
it.
that.
Why? Why?
Oh,
1 point
no.
margin, then it's really just going to be that extra.
Man, I
that
hate
really
talking
good
about things like this because, like, oh, you shouldn't inherit this, except if it's your favorite. For example, like, everyone should already know these things. Like, how dare you say this? This character's my favorite. I would do anything for them. Yeah, okay. Why are you even listening to me then?
Well, I'm not going to care about a 1 res difference. I am investing in both, and it's all just going to be the same. Which actually it won't be because they're scaling.
Yes, but one is an infantry.
Actually,
Emote.
that's the big thing. That's the big thing. Ignoring the fact that she basically has the same stats and everything, the fact that all she loses is HP and she's a demote is ridiculous.
That is quite insane.
All right, we got one more hero. I don't want to compare all the same heroes as like, it wouldn't be a point to it. Here's Fargus. He is many times older than Lissa.
Yep.
Probably like 20 times older than her.
Oh, when y'all kept saying Fargus, I was trying to think of who you were talking
What,
about.
you didn't remember?
You
who
don't
he was?
remember Fargus? Dude, what the
Nope.
hell are you doing? Did you quit this game?
He's literally, you see him pretty
He's-
often in arena.
He's the most popular to play Grail hero right now. Everyone's talking about
much.
making him.
Oh, he
He's
is?
really
That's
good.
crazy.
Disgustingly hot. Really good.
Yes, but I, with a little bit of Legion's advice, I made a.
Okay, why'd you make this about yourself? Anyways, Fargus, 43 HP was 40 HP, 3-point advantage for Fargus, 47 attack, 47 attack match, 31 speed, 17 speed, 14-point advantage for Fargus, 4 defense, 47 defense, 7-point advantage for Lissa, and then 32 res, 42 res, 10-point advantage for Lissa. Okay, that min-maxing and stat allocation is insane.
Yeah, Fargus has pretty good res for what he is, but Lissa is legitimately min-maxed to the moon. Insane natural bulk.
Oh, they both have tempo.
Yeah, they both have full tempo on slaying. It's kind of hilarious.
What the heck?
Yeah, that actually is probably what makes them the most funnily comparable. Functionally doing similar things.
Wow.
Just Fargus' support. Yeah. Fargus also has the auto follow up. She doesn't, but yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, you know, the auto follow-up really changed.
Yeah, between the auto follow up, the fact that he is actually a pretty good potent user, and the mobility support, he does have, and the fact that you don't have to pull for him. He does bring some very interesting competition, despite how ridiculously good Lissa's stats are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, in arena, he's just such an asset because he can enable everyone, even your most
Armors.
slow, annoying armor units, to move
Oh,
around
crap.
easily.
Now that I think about it, I think I actually would still prefer to make a Fargus for Lissa.
I kind of still do too, funnily enough. Part of it is that I really
It's too
like
expensive
Fargus.
for Lissa.
Yeah.
It's expensive
You have
is
to
a
use
big
orbs.
factor.
You have to use so many. I mean, speaking from experience, you can't always guarantee demote luck. Whereas Grails, inevitably you'll get there. And just to be clear, while Lissa's build, optimal build, is pretty much just throw an Ike on her and some C slot, Fargus's is a bunch of different units. At least you're going towards that goal at all times. Lissa, if you don't pull her here, you gotta wait to double special, and that's really all you get.
Well, I don't even know who's going to have the orbs for it because you got to get a spare Ike. You're pulling
Yeah.
2 Ikes, by the way, Chad. If you only
You are
pull 1
pulling 2
Ike and
Ikes.
do it, what are you doing?
Yeah,
you
that's
just gave up
terrible.
your engage. So you has minimum 2. Then you have to pull 10 Lissas. Like, how the
I
hell?
mean,
or 11
I will
Lissas.
say Fargus's optimal build, in my opinion, requires Fram, Emblem Marth, and Winter Dimitri, so
He's
it's not exactly cheap.
a lot
but
easier to use because he has
He
the
is
auto double
easier.
in him, so it's
Yeah.
not game breaking.
You don't
You
have
can
to
have a
have.
decent build.
Yeah, you can have a decent build or even a good build that just uses different skills than the typical good build. So,
Yep.
there are
So,
options.
especially considering he's also a GHB, so even compared to a Tempest Trials unit, his grail cost lower.
Basically, Shadowmaster Luigi got it. World's Deadliest Taller, he says, Emblem Ike plus defense res pledge and guard echo from Shida would likely be the optimal build. That's what I was thinking as well. Then so I was like, this is crazily expensive. And
It's
pledge
2
is not
units,
even out yet.
but yeah. Yeah, also you can't fodder that yet.
You're
Well, actually, no, you
that's good.
could. That's 2
Yes,
skills. Pledge, guard echo, but
Oh, shoot.
we don't
yeah,
have
you're
def. Yeah, there's still no def res 03, so you wouldn't be able to take distant bonus doubler, which still sucks. It's not
Yeah,
the end of the
I
world, but it
guess
sucks.
you could dupe it from Sita if you have many Citas, but do you have many
You
Citas?
also have 03
Oh,
because nobody does.
Yeah, so that's for awkward right now.
Yeah, that I hate that. By the way, that is
Yeah.
Okay,
Literally
well,
just
I'm
dual
looking forward to
outcomes
see
right
Shadowmaster Luigi Datwheel. All right.
But yeah,
And he loves
So-
Lissa too.
Lissa is very good, much more defensive than Fargus, like legitimately kind of terrifying amounts of bulk.
I wish
depending
it
on
was.
the circumstance.
She was Savior at this point. Armor. I
Yeah.
wish she was armor.
She
Or you
probably,
can
I mean,
use a
she's good as
side
sign
decoy on her.
decoy, but as an actual armor would have been nice. She has good potential, but honestly, Fargus still has potential that's distinct to himself while still having full tempo and being much cheaper. I'd still make him in a heartbeat.
Right. Okay, we'll move on. I think that was the best comparable.